Alright boys, brilliant, my headphones have just fell and my fucking beard upon the intro. That's just what I fucking wanted. The unemployed drama never stops, does it? FaZe Temper is being outed by FaZe Rain for liking children. I hate to say it. Allegedly. And it's not really chill. Allegedly, alright, chill. To be a nonce or not to be a nonce? That is the question. That's like a British way of talking about a PDF file. I still want to get monetized on this YouTube video, alright? Chill out. But here is a brief summary of the whole situation before I get into it. Everything is fine, or as fine as it can be for FaZe Clan at this point in time. Okay, it's the next day, hence why I'm like, my camera's up here and this is different. I'm editing this video. Like, you've got like Lacey and like FaZe coming out saying, these are the only people in FaZe right now. The situation going on between Rain and Temper is nothing to do with... I mean, obviously it is. They were in FaZe when it happened. So, yeah, I get your point about not trying to associate with it, but they were in FaZe when it happened. Also, shall I do the videos from this view? Like, down from here? Do you think this is, like, cool and shit? But by making this video, I'm not saying any of the new FaZe guys are, like, involved in this dodgy business. But at the time, FaZe Banks, FaZe Rain, FaZe Temper, they were all FaZe. So, just deal with it. You know what I mean? You're all multi-millionaires, like, just... and get over it. But point is, FaZe was pretty stable up until this point. But then Rain comes out on one of his streams explaining why he left FaZe in the first place, and there were many valid reasons. He mentions how the org wasn't there for him in like certain situations or whatever. But at one point, he drops this PDF file accusation.
I've been f***ed up over that shit for like 2 years, bro. But I haven't said nothing about it. I haven't said shit. I haven't said shit because somebody I grew up with, somebody I always loved. But I have 3 rules, bro. 3 rules, and I'll have your back. If you get bored and go blow somebody's head off, I'll have your back. Probably I won't agree with what you did. I mean, that's f***ed up, but that's my dog. But bro, it's like the shit, the grape shit, animal. I don't got your back forever, bro. Yeah, I do, but I'm not really gonna do anything with that, Nick. Yeah, and I'm gonna go into detail tomorrow about that shit. I don't give a f. Watch how my phone get blown up tonight.
So yeah, he doesn't specifically say the name at that point. It could have been anyone. My guess at the time was FaZe Nice Guy. That's obviously a joke. Have you seen what he looks like now, by the way? Fair play, man. He is younger than me, though. That is kind of depressing. I'm sorry, but it's gotta be a money thing. Here's what he looked like at 11, and what he looked like at 18, and here's what I looked like at 11, and now what I look like, or pretty much now I'm 19, but you know. But I haven't changed, bro. It's fucking depressing. I arguably looked better at 11 than I do now. I guess that's a bit of a weird thing to say. That's like saying I find an 11-year-old. You know what? We're not even going to go there. Back to the allegations, because this is like serious stuff. Come on, Jack Lockett. Banks came out of his internet retirement. God, that is such a cringe thing to say. But he came out clearing his name, basically, saying he wasn't the nonce that Rain was talking about. But it was a whole 9-minute video, so I'm obviously not going to play that. Here was Grok's AI summary, or whatever it's called. FaZe Banks denies the... FaZe Rain reference, shares their long history as friends and FaZe co-founders, voices concern of Rain's mental health, and implies the allegation might point to FaZe Temper. He calls for the fans to avoid speculation and seek resolution. Okay, that was wicked. But yeah, I did watch the painful 9-minute and 40-second long video, or actually I didn't because I put it in 2 times speed, because my brain is absolutely rotted beyond belief, so... we're all cooked, alright? It's not just me. But as I said, Banks goes, boom, I'm not a nonce, bro. That's what he does, isn't it? He goes like... he's like super quirky for like a 34-year-old man or something. But he explained they all got onto a call a little while ago. It was him, Apex, Rain, and Temper. Yeah, I got that right. But they discussed this PDF file situation before it became public. Apparently Temper at the time like denied any wrongdoings in the situation, and Banks clears that up in his reply to the tweet he already posted. But he said no conclusion came as a result of that specific call, and also that Rain and Temper had also spoken years ago in like a separate call when it like actually happened. The rest of the hour-long video is just saying how much Banks loves the FaZe guys and like we should all like hug it out, boys, or something, or like all get slops off Lily Phillips because that'd be so fire. Temper responds with like another 4-minute fucking long video denying the allegations. But my god, is it a yap session. Not once in this video does Temper actually deny any of the allegations Rain put against him. He just goes on to say like he's disgusted that he would like mention the situation, or knowing that he has like family and kids to take care of now, and Rain bringing it up is like weird. And let me just put my take into this situation. It's going to be really anticlimactic and nothing is going to come from it and no one's going to benefit from it. Because right now, there's like 0 proof of what Temper did. Even though he has now like admitted to it, there's information getting thrown left, right and center. Like no one knows what to believe. But obviously I know I wrote this script. I'm not going to pretend like I'm figuring this out as I'm reading to the camera. Sorry, I keep looking up here because my screen's up here. So it's a little bit of a... But like Temper agreed to the allegations, but agreed to allegations that aren't like criminal, or there's not actually like a legal repercussion of it. Anyway, back to where we were. God, I don't think I've got long left. Rain and Banks hopped into a call, like, recently. And Rain's main point is that originally Temper said to him that he had a threesome with two 6 years old. I don't know whether I can say that without getting, like, demonetized or something. I don't know. Gideon has to get rid of them for, like, his pred stings and stuff, so... Sorry, I'm just checking if there's any fans outside. You know, they're always at my door going, Kingzy, like... fucking just give me some money, and I'm like, bro, I'm broker than you. But yeah, the rent don't stop for nobody, so I'm gonna have to wiggle my way around these ages. Oh. But apparently when Rain, Temper, Apex and Banks got into the call after, Temper said both the girls were 7 years old. But under New York state law, that is like completely legal. It might be wrong, and it is weird if you're like a fully grown man and you're mingling with that, but it is legal. And he also said that one of them watched whilst he like shagged the other one. Bit weird, but I guess again it's not illegal, it's just odd. My rule is be a virgin and sit in your room all day making YouTube videos about internet drama, because then you don't get any bitches anyway and you can't shag them and you're a massive virgin. So. But if you can't do that part because you're not as like cool and nonchalant as me and shit, then once you turn 18, bro, just never go below. Regardless of what the law says or what it doesn't, just don't go below 18. It's not worth the risk when you can just like sit in your bed and jerk your shit in peace, is it? It's just not worth it, bro. But Rain saw Temper's response video and crashed out on him for just not even taking accountability for the situation. And I'm sorry for the vertical screen, but the clip is only a minute long, so I'll just like hang out in this corner or some shit whilst this shit plays.
And he'd even say, yeah, I did it. I fucked up. Zero accountability. I hate the person you've become. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. I'm mentally clearer than I've ever been in my life. I'm the most compassionate, most empathetic, most giving, most caring I've ever been in my life. You say, I can't believe you're the person that you've become. Yeah, suck my dick. The are you talking about, buddy?
This is disgusting.
This is bullshit.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing.
Actually, everybody that knows you knows that all you do is hookers and are the horniest motherfucker of all time. That's what we know. And you drink alcohol and you do all this bullshit. Of course you're gonna do dumbass shit like that. Name one Call of Duty event Tommy didn't show up with hookers. Please, name one. Name one. You wanna do this bullshit? You wanna lie? Okay, I'm gonna show you that, bro. I didn't want to do this at all, but now you're actually making me see red. I was sad and I was hurt for you in the beginning, and now I'm not. Because this is bullshit. This is the fakest shit ever. And I get how hard it is for you when you have a daughter, or you have a son and a wife, and it's hard. But this is
okay, surely that was like enough time. My light also died, so no, my skin looks worse. Games again. But yeah, things were getting a bit rowdy between the two of them, it seems. Rain comes out with some sort of like apology tweet, but also not an apology tweet. It's weird. But you can pause if you want to read the whole thing. But he basically says he's sorry that he's airing it all out now, because obviously Temper's got like a family and kids and shit. But he just felt like he couldn't say anything at the time that it happened, because Temper was such a good friend to him and like he looked up to him. But he can't deal with the guilt of not saying anything anymore, which is, it's understandable. And then Temper comes back with another vertical video. Absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna just have to sit here and do nothing. I need to go to the gym. I'm gonna rush. I'll just sit here and do niche.
One day I go to New York and I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17, and that's the age of consent in New York. But regardless, I was sick to my stomach. It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation.
So in this video, he admits that he slept with one of the girls that was 17. You know what I mean? But he didn't know about her age until after he slept with her, and then felt like sick to his stomach about it, which, yeah, you probably would. And I'm not justifying it, right? But if you're at a club, especially in America where the age is 21 to get into a club because of the drinking ages, over here in the UK it's like 18, it's even more sketchy. But you're not in the wrong to assume that a girl is of age if she's made it into this club. But annoyingly, across the whole world, bouncers will just let in underage girls because they've got a nice pair of cannons on them, you know what I mean? Like, and just completely skip doing an ID check, just because they're some horny bastards. Again, it's not justifying Temper's actions, but it is a scary world that we live in. Gotta do a f***ing passport age verification on the huzz these days. It's not ideal. And then he gives us a whole life story about how he got back with his ex-girlfriend after, and they get engaged and have a kid, blah, blah, blah. And 2 hours later, and another vertical 3-minute long video, oh my god. Rain responds with yet another version of his side of the story. And again, I'll just chill in this corner and just goon off screen or something, I don't know.
The details did get switched a little bit because originally it was two 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything.
Sorry, I'll replay. Sorry, I didn't mean to pause the video. My bad. Get back to the video.
You never said that, not once. Literally not once. This is news to me that you didn't know, okay? And I'm not trying to make it about myself in any way, shape, or form. By the way, I don't want anything out of this. I love my life. It has bothered me for so long because that shit me up. I left the team over because I said I'm not going to be the same team with someone who did like that.
So yeah, there's his side, and the last minute is just him talking about like his family and like how haters on the internet will be weird all the time and whatnot. But I'll save you from watching that because you have a crippling attention span most likely. At the end of the day, you are watching a YouTube video because you can't be bothered to like watch the streams yourself. So as you can tell, this is from the future again. There was like a rest 5 minutes of this video where I went into other topics, but now Rain is beefing with Lacey over this situation. He's going in on him. Adapt's commented on the situation, so I'm just going to show those bits and then end the video because I just want to upload this video now. I can't be asked with all this drama. And it's basically got to the point where Lacey unfollowed Rain on Instagram or whatever. Then Rain started going in on him, insulting him for whatever, making fun of Darla for cheating on him. And then Lacey said, oh, I don't care. And then Adapt commented on the situation saying basically that he enjoys the new FaZe a lot more than the old FaZe. Like they actually feel like his friends this time and not just like kind of there.
And I'm telling you, this did not exist before. It was toxic. And I don't ever come on here and highlight all the negative things and all the horrible things that happened to me personally and with old FaZe.
Kaysan said something about the like drama being involved. It's all weird. At the end of the day, FaZe Temper did nothing criminal. He's not a PDF file. And if it is true that he didn't know until after, it's not really his fault. It was the girl's fault and the club's fault. And in retrospect to making this whole video, it is weird for Rain to just come out all these years later trying to throw an old friend of his under the bus for whatever reason. Like I get Rain's point about like being against it, but he's done nothing by exposing this situation. All he's done is made it blow up and made people dislike each other and like each other even more, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. I'm sorry that that last bit wasn't edited and like stuff like usual, but I just want to upload this now because this whole situation is just pissing me off. And yeah, that's about it in a bizzle.